He's okay with children being raped and mandating them to have the child full term. He's okay with this. And I'm not being hyperbolic. Here it is.
So if a 13-year-old, though, in Arkansas is raped by a relative, that 13-year-old cannot get an abortion in Arkansas. Are you comfortable with that?
I'm not. I would have preferred a different outcome than that. But that's not the debate today in Arkansas. It might be in the future, but for now, the law triggered with only one exception. While you can debate whether there ought to be additional exceptions, every state's going to make a different determination on that under our Constitution. And this is going to continue to be discussed. But at this particular point, the only exception in Arkansas is to save the life of the mother.
Governor Hutchinson said, when asked the question, are you okay with a child being raped? That child having to bring that fetus to full term, are you okay with that? Instead of him saying, hell no, I'm not okay with that. Or absolutely not. He says, well, I would prefer a different outcome. Who in the hell? What kind of person answers a question about child rape like that? The governor of an entire state. You still think this is about morality? You think this is about just religious conviction? These individuals are indoctrinated. They are past anything you can recognize as conservative. They are, in fact, lawless and radical. He's not the only GOP lawmaker who has zero sympathy for abuse victims. Let's go to Utah, the representative there. Here it is.
That I clearly don't trust women enough to make choices to control their own body. And my response is, I do trust women enough to control when they allow a man to ejaculate so inside of them and to control that intake of semen. So that may be inflammatory, but I think as a legislature, we have the responsibility to create a legal framework that is friendly in supporting rights.
That's Representative Leeson-B. Once again, not the only one. Here's more.
Now, the left will say, well, what about in cases of rape or incest? I'm a law enforcement officer. I became a police officer in 2011. Yeah. I've worked one case where as a result of a rape, the young woman became pregnant.
Really?
And it's my job, number one, as a believer, right, to give you all of the resources available.
Right.
If you decide to deviate and do something else, we don't stop loving you.
Right.
That's when you need even more support, right? Because of the data that we have, it's been proven that women that do move forward with an abortion,
you gotta thank Lisa
they
for
suffer so much, right?
Yeah, she's the police, also a GOP candidate seeking political office. Her name is Vega. Let's put all of their pictures up. They belong together, okay? Every single one, every single one of these individuals, they don't give a damn about actual children. Now, I want you to see the irony of this. I want you to see the irony, okay? You literally have lawmakers who are saying, we're gonna take away a woman's right to choose because we care about life in the womb. And then when faced with the question of a 13-year-old girl being raped, they don't care about the life of the 13-year-old child. Do you see how ridiculous this is? Now, I got some words also for the Biden administration. Number one, Democrats in general could have codified this into law since 1973. They decided not to. There were times they had the presidency, the House, and the Senate. They did not take it upon themselves to be proactive. They knew this day was coming. They knew it was possible. They did nothing. But let's talk about what Biden can do today, right now. Biden could at least do a press conference and say he's exploring an option through executive power to classify all federally owned property, which by the way is in every state in this country. All federally owned property can be a possible place for an affordable, safe option for women to exercise their right to choose. Will you have a legal battle? Of course you will. Damn it, fight it. Trump showed you the way, all right? He can also name every company that supports Republican lawmakers who do not support a woman's right to choose. Name those companies, Mr. Biden, and tell those who are women and who support women to stop shopping with them. Let's do that. Let's start somewhere. Maybe you open up an avenue for this to become legislation. All is not lost because the Supreme Court made a ruling. You can still make a federal law that would nullify that ruling. That is possible. All right, Adrian, thoughts here.
You know, I would want to say that it takes considerable courage to step up and do the things that you had outlined that Biden can do, but I would say it does not take courage at all. It's just simply, again, recognizing the humanity in others and also what's for the betterment of the country. The fact is that we have a lot of issues already underlying the problems that now having Roe v. Wade reverse are just going to cause to amplify. For example, the gentleman from Arkansas, the governor there, Arkansas ranks 46 of 50 when it comes to the maternal mortality rates. And also that woman from Utah, clearly they have a significant problem there as well, because she is putting the onus on women to dictate when men ejaculate. Get out of here. It makes you wonder how they are actually maybe prosecuting their sexual violence crimes and who they are holding accountable. And then the Vega woman, again, just complete and utter nonsense. Also for her ignorant self to even think that only one sexual assault case that she was involved in involved the individual getting pregnant, as though she has access to that information. The reality is that we have so many clowns up here purporting as lawmakers or trying to be them, that we need individuals who are actual lawmakers or actual leaders in this nation to actually step up so that we are not a full-fledged circus, because my God, we are on the road there.